Hi, this is Dr. J. How are you? How are you doing? I hope everybody is doing fine and welcome back after the break. You guys are turning in, especially for this class, an extraordinary amount of work and extraordinary quality of work. Your papers are very good. Everybody did good on quiz 1 and everybody did good on the journaling, and I am reading the research paper. I was also happy about the discussion. I mean, you guys are doing very good. Do not worry about the e-portfolio, Appendix A, Appendix B. This is for later. For now, as you are doing, let's concentrate on the main course. Couple of words about chapter 4 and chapter 5. In chapter 4, I want to use some metaphors. Chapter 4, how do we understand the literature review? The literature review is, in any research, being it qualitative, being it quantitative, is like an inclined plane that somehow allow the reader of your research to sleep on this inclined plane and to get into your research. It's an introduction. For example, when you're talking about if your research is about assessment, middle school assessment, and methodologies of assessment, you want to talk in your literature review about what has been done before in Texas on methodologies of assessment, and how you understand assessment, the meaning of assessment, and little by little your reader reads about assessment, what has been done, for example, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, and you walk him or her through through all this meaning of assessment until your present research with I don't know, data info regarding the assessment that you are researching on now. Regarding the evaluating internet sources, remember that, to use a metaphor, in order to make a good dish, you need good ingredients. Good dish, good ingredients. So, in order to write a sound, good, high-quality research, you need good ingredients. Where do you find these ingredients? What are the criteria to classify and to sort through all the junk that you see out there? They are written very well in your book. So read and keep in mind, because that's a great synthesis, a great list of criteria in order to have good ingredients for your research. He has to come out from a research journal, for a peer-reviewed research journal. He has to come out from a database, ERIC, PsycInfo, and so forth and so on. I don't want to repeat what the book says. But remember, good research, good ingredients. Where do you get the good ingredients? Read the criteria that are in the book. Above all, scholarly journal. Scholarly journal. If you base your research on scholarly journal and you know how to get them from the database, you are on top of things. The third topic here is about the characteristic of a good hypothesis. What are the characteristics of a good hypothesis in a nutshell? Very easy. A good hypothesis is based on sound, clear reasoning. Nothing abstract, nothing convoluted. It has to be clear. It has to be good. A good hypothesis provides a reasonable explanation for a predicted outcome. A good hypothesis clearly states the relationship between the defined variable. Good hypothesis is always very clear, simple written, is not vague. 4. A good hypothesis defines the variable in a simple, easy to measure terms. Who are the participants? What is the difference or will be different in your test? What is the effect? A good hypothesis is testable in a reasonable amount of time. Do not plan a test that will take longer than, for example, your class project. It was a very simple recipe to make your hypothesis good and sound. Remember, the hypothesis is the foundation of all your research. Okay, so to sum up, the inclined plane and sound, clear, good hypothesis. And point number 2, for a good recipe, for a good research, you need good ingredients. You need good sources. Where do you find them? Scholarly journal, books, and database that are valuable. Okay, this is it for now. Let me know if you have any question. We're doing great, and we will solve our technical difficulties as soon as we can. But do not worry about that. Okay, bye bye. See you next time.